out west, we got the Thunder and the Timberwolves. Now, again, we can't necessarily go based off of regular season series, although they did split the season series 2-2. We had to go back to December 31st. The Thunder won 113 to 105. February 13th, Timberwolves get back, won 116-101. And then they play again February 23rd and February 24th. And they split it. The Thunder won 130 to 123. And then the Timberwolves win 131 to 128. And I think I remember that overtime game, because if I'm not mistaken, the Thunder were up. I want to say the Thunder were up and they choked the lead. It went to overtime and then or maybe that was Houston. Maybe I'm thinking about Houston. I might be thinking about Houston, Minnesota. Never mind. All right, so December 31st, still fairly early in the season. Thunder's rolling, 20-75 record at this point. And again, this is earlier in the season where Minnesota, they still haven't really solidified their identity yet without Cat. They're trying to figure out how, what's the dynamic between Ant-Man and Julius Randle and Gobert. Seem like they're going at each other, not wanting to pass the ball to Gobert. In some occasions, I've seen some clips where it's like, if I pass you the ball, all you're going to do is either blow a layup or get stripped or something. So it just seemed like they were kind of at odds earlier in the season and just trying to figure out what the dynamic of their team was going to be like. You see Julius Randle only had 11 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. Ant-Man with 20 points, 7 boards. Naz Reid had 19 off the bench. Mike Conley was 16. Shai with 40 points. Hardenstein with 15 and 10. And you got 14 from Lou Dort and Jalen Williams. And Chet was still out of the lineup at this time. Minnesota gets their get back. And they're starting to kind of sort of find their rhythm. Let's see, Chet is back in the lineup at this point, 11 and 12. Shai had 24, 8 and 9. Lou Dort with 14. Jalen Williams with 20. They lost that game by 15 points. Looked like Minnesota pretty much had control of the game throughout. Julius Randle did not play that game. They gave Terrence Shannon Jr. some run. He had 13 off the bench. And Edwards with 23. Jaden McDaniels 21. Naz Reid with 27 and 14. Rudy didn't play either. And then they play again. This is basically the front end on a back-to-back between the two of them. OKC wins the first matchup. Shai with 37, 8 and 8. Typical Shai Gilgeous-Alexander type of game. Chet gives you 19. Jalen gives you 18. Aaron Wiggins gives you 15 off the bench. Alex Caruso with 11. And Edwards with 29 points. Nas with 22 and 11. And we had 10 boards as well. Jay McDaniels with 17 points, 13 boards. Nickeil Alexander-Walker with 18 off the bench. Solid. Just couldn't get the job done. But they doubled back and say, hey, we need that back. And they played back-to-back. So it was a home and home. Damn, the NBA, they don't care when it comes to that. And Minnesota, I want to say they're like the furthest away from any of the other Western Conference teams. That's crazy. They should really be in the East. I think Minnesota, they travel the most of all Western Conference teams because they're the furthest away from all of the other Western Conference teams. I think. I could be wrong. But Minnesota got their get back. No, I was right. Minnesota scored 41 points in the fourth quarter. They walked them down. I thought that was right. OKC was up. Minnesota came back to take it to overtime. But I think there was a game Minnesota did the same thing to Houston as well. But yeah, I think I remember seeing this game. And Edwards only had 17 points, but they had the nice productivity from their bench. No, Julius didn't play that game either. Jay McDaniels gave you 27 and 10. Naz Reid gave you 22 and 11, but you get 21 from Nickeil Alexander-Walker, 17 from Terrence Shannon, and 12 from Rob Dillingham, which I don't know why they ain't playing this. I don't know why they're not playing the rookie more. Overall, I would say what I would like. I would like for Minnesota to pull it out. Now, I will say this. Whoever comes out of this Thunder Wolves series is who I would want to win the championship. So I'm pulling for the West this year. But I'm going to go Minnesota in 6. I'm going Minnesota in 6. Only reason why I'm going Minnesota in 6 is because I think Minnesota's going to win a series, but they're going to have to do it outside of a 7-game because I don't think they could go to OKC and win a 7-game in OKC. So I'm going Minnesota in 6.